Okay, so alright, so yum install FTP. Okay, so it's already installed. Okay, so let's see here. If you get stuck, what you do is you put in Google here. Oh, okay. You have to do a VSFTPD service. So let's see, system CTL status, VSFTP, TPD, not found. Okay, let's just run this command.
This one is a start button, no status start. System CTL start.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yum,
Looks like this service is not installed, right? Like,
no, it's installed already. No, okay, hold on. No, yeah, VSFTP is not installed, but the FTP and FTP. Okay, so let me test this here. Service status. Okay, so we're gonna have to run all this here since the computer was shut down last. Let me run this command here. So firewall D. System loaded inactive dead. Okay, good. Now what I need to do is I need to okay, I need to start the VSFTP service here. Okay, so it says failed here, so I'm gonna start it. Service failed because control process exists in an error. Check enforce. Oh, okay. So let's do set enforce 0. Okay, let's get enforce. So it's permissive now. Okay, and then let's do systemctl start. Systemctl status. Okay, it says loaded active field since Sunday. Let's do the firewall. Systemctl status firewall D service is loaded and it's inactive. Okay, good.
Brother, there was a quick question, please.
Yeah.
You mentioned that the server was shut down and you have to load this again. So that means this is a temporary install kind of thing.
Yeah. In a real scenario, all this is it's never shut down. When it's shut down, then you go through all this troubleshooting. FTP servers are never shut down. They're always on, and then they are into the cluster. So if one server goes down, it goes on to another server automatically.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do this here. The job for VSTP failed because the control process exited with error. Okay, so let me just go ahead and restart it. Let me start restarting once. Okay, then let's run this status. Okay, and let's do start. Toronto City, Alexi. Okay, so we did yum install VSFTPD service VSFTPD start. This is the instruction for 6 though, but we'll see. Okay, so let's do yum install VSFTPD again. So it's already installed. Okay, maybe we need to do enable. Okay, yeah. Now, and then let's do service VSTPD start. No? Yeah, port 22 is it.
Probably I just installed the service in my system. I didn't have one. And then it's just working fine for me.
It's working fine for you?
Yeah. I
Okay.
just found it after installed this package in VSFTPD.
Okay.
So, and then it just started like it says. Started 1 minute ago.
That's
running.
FTP is running, right? Yes, I think it's a problem with
Just remove it and then install it because you have already installed it by default, I guess. But not in mine. I just had to install it. So I think they just remove it or disable it and then install it again in my work.
Okay, so let me just reboot. Okay, so let me connect again. Okay, so I'm going to do yum install, then do VSF PD. All right, VSF.
VSF, FTPD.
Yeah, but let me see what is okay, yeah, VSF FTPD.
So FTP is different than the VSFTPD. These are two different things.
Yeah, this is very secure. The other one is regular.
So mostly you're going to be using very secure, right?
Yeah.
So that just few minutes ago when I was hearing your lecture, I do the yum install FTP only. So I will remove this one because I didn't
No,
know
this is
that.
on the client. No, don't wait. That's
Okay.
That was on the client. I'm troubleshooting the main server first.
Okay. I just install SFTP and I don't know what to do else, but I just run that command to see that it installed it successfully.
Okay, so let's do the service. It's okay. So let's enable it. Hopefully it works. Okay, it created it, and then enable it, then start it. So hopefully it should work. Okay, no errors. And let's see the status. Okay, now, yeah, it's working now.
Maybe one of the RPM was missing by default.
Oh, okay. There is only one RPM here, so there is no dependencies. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, well, whatever. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to disable the get enforce. I need to disable this enforcing SE Linux. Then we're gonna set enforce 0, and then also get enforce again permissive. Okay, and now let's do the firewall. Firewall is already disabled, right? But the system was rebooted. Okay, so yeah, the firewall is dead. Let's go into the configuration file and then see the configuration file is still there. Okay, so let's see anonymous enabled, local enabled, write enabled, and connect from port 20. Yes, let's look at that. Okay, yeah. Did we made any changes? I don't think I made any changes here. I left everything as is, okay? So if you want, you could make a changes here. So I'm gonna quit. Okay, so now on the client, so let's see here. Okay, on the client, you don't need to install VSFTPD. All you have to do is you have to enable the FTP service on the client. Okay, so let me type service FTP, service status FTP. Let's do which FTP. So the FTP is there. FTP is there. Well, okay, let's try to connect to without enabling the service here. I think we just should be able to connect. But in the browser here, what we could do is in the browser IP ADDR. This is a FTP server name, right? We should be able to put this into the browser and we should be able to see the files. Okay. See, the FTP server is working. We are connected to 101 and it's using this public folder here. So FTP creates a public folder. So, okay, let's see here. So how are you going to connect to FTP server here? You just type FTP. Okay, and from the client. From the client, you type FTP. And then you type 192.168.56.101. 101. Okay, and you're connected to this, and it's asking me for the name password here, but it shouldn't be. But what we did is anonymous enabled yes. Okay, let me just hit enter. Okay, permission denied, but we are connected there. Please log in with username and password. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna stop here because this is the permissions thing that needs attention here, because I don't want to show all this at this moment, because what will happen is you're gonna get confused here, because that's a big topic in itself. Then we'll come back here. Okay, so you have install FTP and then connect to server, FTP server. Alright, and then we'll come back here. We'll come back here once we done the user administration. By the way, FTP commands are different than the Linux commands here, so let's take a look here. You know what? Most of the time, you run FTP from here in the Windows environment. Okay, so this is, once the FTP server is set up, what you do is, you simply put it in here in the browser and then hit enter. There you go. Okay, so you don't have to worry about the, matter of fact, let me just create a file and see what happens. Yeah, access denied here. We'll come back to this thing when we're gonna do the user administration, okay? But you just type this in here. Either you type this in browser or what is this window called? Windows Explorer, right?
Yes, so it's called Windows Explorer.
Yeah, okay. So, like example, if let me show you here. I have a GoDaddy. I have a GoDaddy server here, right? Okay, so let me close this. So I have a GoDaddy server here. Network locations. So I have a GoDaddy server here. If I want to load my files to GoDaddy, I set up the server here because this is not anonymous. You have to put in username and password. So it's making a connection here and it's asking me for the password. So I don't know the password. Let me try something. Let me log on anonymous. You could log on anonymous here, right? I'll explain you what that means. Give me one moment here. GoDaddy. Okay, you get the idea here once you log in here in the real world environment. This is how this is going to be working here. But let me get out of this. So what is the use case here? I'm going to put down here. Use case. Use case is to transfer files between hosts. Usually large files. Okay.
Zafar, when you talk about large files, what is called large here?
Yeah, gigabytes, terabytes.
Okay.
But remember when we were going through the file system XFS.ext, they have some files there, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, they use it to transfer the files here. And also, if you're communicating with the vendor, like HP, if you're communicating with the vendor, they give you the FTP site to upload the log files, okay? Upload log files. Okay, so if you are admin, you're troubleshooting a specific issue with like a HP server or IBM or Dell, and you get stuck here, you don't know what's going on, so then you contact the vendor, you have service agreement with them. They will ask you to send the log files. Then what you do is they will give you the location of the HTTP server, okay? And most of the time it's not anonymous. They will also give you username and password. HP, IBM, Red Hat, Dell. You get the idea, right? So any vendor you're working with, they will give you. Sometimes the log files could be, gets into the larger size. So you're just go in there and create a folder, and then you just put in there the service, the case number in there, and then upload the files from there. Okay, so we'll come back at this moment here, but you could put this into the Windows browser here. I was hoping it worked here. Give me one moment and let me actually show you. Oh, okay. It says the user was anonymous, so let's try that. From here, we're going to connect there, and let's type anonymous. Still failed. I have to set up the permissions here. Login, successful, name anonymous. ANONYMOUS. Please specify the password. So there is no password. I'm going to hit enter. Using the remote system type is unique. Okay. Okay, yeah. See, the login is successful here. As an anonymous user, sorry, I forgot it, that you're supposed to actually type it as anonymous. Why is this working? Because we have anonymous enabled here, and it says yes. If you type it no, then it won't allow you to do that. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to type PWD, and I'm into the root directory. And what is the ls command? Entering the passive mode. Let's do dir. Directory send okay. Okay, so let's see here. PWD. Okay. Let's wait until we complete the user management, then we'll come back here, okay? Let's do that. So the next topic I'm going to cover is...
Can we take a minute or two break, brother, before we start the next topic?
Oh man, you really need a break.
Yeah, other than my pants will get wet, man.
Okay, yeah, let's do
After
that. Okay, by the way, can we go like half hour over today?
You can go 1 hour today, brother.
No problem.
Yeah,
it's not a problem.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll go half hour or 1 hour over today. Okay, thank you. Alright, break starts now, 10 minutes. Alright, exit. Actually, let me copy this here. Entering, okay. So let's see what RPM is. Let me put in Google. Red Hat Package Manager. Okay, so let's see here. So the RPM package manager is free and open source package management system. The name RPM refers to .rpm file format and the package manager program itself. RPM was intended primarily for Linux distribution. The file format is baseline package format of the Linux standard. Okay, and this was RPM was standardized by Red Hat. Now it has become it kind of became a generic name, RPM based. So other companies are using this .rpm. Okay, so if you are on a Linux system which is not Red Hat, but if it's RPM, is going to be what you will be using same exact commands as Linux. So let's type RPM based distro. So list of Linux distribution RPM based distro means. What is RPM distributions? RPM based distribution. Okay, let's not worry about this one here. So most of the time, RPM based distributions is these ones here. You have Red Hat. Red Hat Enterprise Linux is RPM based. CentOS. Okay, and Fedora, SUSE Linux, and yeah, that's it. So these are the main operating systems which are Red Hat based. I think there are more of them. I'm not getting good results here. So Linux category of RPM based, RPM package manager, developer. Okay, I'm not worried about it now here. So at least you guys get an idea, right? In Windows, how is it working in Windows here? The Windows guys, they have this here, but this is actually a application, but usually it's .exe or it's just a file format. Let's keep it that way. Details, application. Okay, so original file name is .exe. So Windows is based out of .exe and MSI. I'm not sure. Can anybody knows about Windows? Is MSI a Windows based, right? Yeah. You,
Yeah, but I think it says MFA is window based, yes.
okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I would put it like this here, .exe is for consumers and .msi is for people using in the corporate environment. So the package we use in Linux is .rpm. So this is .exe. That's how you're going to compare it to. Let's see what else we have here. Program files. And let's take a look at here in application. Usually this is application, right? So let me just click on properties here, details. So this is .exe, okay? So let's take one more example. Let's go to Putty here and let me go on to the application here and properties, details. Okay, this is
All the EXE, brother.
yeah, okay. So you all get the idea, right? These are all exe here, and we work on .rpm protocol here. Okay, so in old days we used to install using RPM here. I mean, you could even do it now here. So let's see. I'm gonna mount the CD drive here. So let's see. ADDR 102. So I'm gonna shut down 101 and it's 0. And then I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attach a CD. Let me take a screenshot of this here. Alt print screen. Okay, and let me start it. I don't want to do that. F12. Okay. Push F12 to get the boot option here. Okay, so let's do this. And then I want to boot from the hard disk. So I'm gonna put 1. I'm gonna put 1 in there. So I'm gonna boot normal. Okay. Alright. So the CD is connected here. So I'm gonna show you. Let me minimize this. Okay, so the CD is there. Well, there is no way you could see the CD is there. Oh, maybe PWD. It's not gonna show. So what you have to do is you have to run this command mount -o. Okay, and you have to type loop, and then hold on, LSBLK.
This is SR0, the ROM. Is that CD-ROM?
Where?
On the bottom of this LSBLK command, it says SR0, and on the right, on the side, it says ROM.
Yeah, it is. And the size is 4.4 GB.
Yep.
So when you type LSBLK, this is the label. This is the label you're looking for. Okay, good. Okay, so what you do is mount -o and loop, and then you put that in there. Okay, and let's make sure that's what it is. You have to give it a full name, I think. Let's try it without giving a full name and see if it's enough. Okay, and then I'm going to mount it to the /mnt folder. Usually that folder is empty, and it's usually used for mounting the C drive. Okay, yeah, it's not going to work. It has to be one name, so. Let's do the FFNet. ELK ID. Okay, so you're gonna have to figure this out here. So you have to use this. Use this like this. The name of the city. Okay, so mount -o loop, and then you put in the paste in the name exactly the way it is, and then I'm gonna mount it to MNT folder here. Okay. Fail to set up loop device, no file or directory. I'm not sure why it's not working, so let's put it in Google.
Dr. Zafar, one question, please.
Yeah.
We have downloaded that ISO image on the C drive somewhere in a download folder, some other folder. And we are trying to connect to the CD-ROM, so that it shouldn't be some sort of CD, DVD in the CD-ROM drive.
No, not a physical. It's just virtual. So
Okay.
you go into here, and then you go into settings, storage, and then in here then you go into drop down here, and then you select wherever it is. If you mine is already showing in there because it keeps the history. If not, then you go in here.
Got it.
Choose the disk file, okay?
Got it. Jazakallah.
If not, the instructions are here. You go to the main site here, and here virtual box setup, and this is where you should see the instructions.
Jazakallah.
Yeah, okay, so you should get some information there. Okay, so how to mount and unmount the ISO image. Okay, mount ISO image. At this point, you are ready to mount. Locate ISO and take a note of the actual path. In our example, we will be mounting located within our current directory. Okay, so no, I mean, let's see here. How to mount an ISO image. SR. Alright, let's try to run this command here. Mount -t loop, and then after that, I'm going to type this in here, space this, CentOS set of failed to device, no file or directory. Actually, you have to physically copy the ISO file here. This is not going to work. So for that, now you're going to use WinSCP. Okay, remember I asked you guys to, at the beginning of the class, I asked you guys to install WinSCP on your system, right? Yeah, like course downloads here, and we're going to use use the virtual box. No. This is part of WinSCP here, all these things. Let's see here. PuTTY, Chrome, FileZilla, PuTTY, TeamViewer, WinSCP. Okay, so let's see if I have a WinSCP here.
I checked my laptop. I have a shortcut on the desktop and I installed the Tuniga code.
Yeah, good. Okay, so do actually launch WinSCP here. Okay, so WinSCP. Okay, so here look at this. This is a protocol here it's using. So we're gonna use SFTP here. Okay, so this is a SCP, FTP, Amazon and all this here. We're gonna use the default SFTP. Okay, and it's asking for the host name. In the host name, what you could do is you could type the IP address. And it's gonna use on port 22. And the username I'm gonna give is root. And the password I'm gonna do is my password. And then I'm gonna log in. Okay, you know what? Actually, let me capture this. Okay, so let me make sure I'm logged in. Yes. So I'm in here, and then I'm gonna go up, and this is the root folder here. Okay. So if I do ls here, and I have these files here, so let me just get rid of these files here. So if I do ls here, and it's all gone. So now what I have to do is I have to find the CD drive and drag and drop it in there. And looking at here, I think the path I have for CD drive is this in this folder here. I have this CD drive here. So in downloads. Okay, so most of you guys should be all in downloads here. So what you do is you cancel out of this, close this. Okay, and you go into downloads here, drop down, and go into C disk, and then you go into browse, downloads, you click OK. And you click OK here, and you see the CD drive is there. So let me just delete this. Okay, so you have the CD drive here. What you have to do is drag and drop it here. Okay, so let me capture this. Connect using root and browse. So you're dragging from the download folder. You're usually dragging from this folder here. What's the problem here? Open, browse, downloads. Okay, so you usually drag and drop from here to slash root. Okay, if you do PWD, this is where it's at. So I'm going to copy and drag and drop it in there, but let me see what the size is. Size of the SDA is 14. Okay, so we have enough size here, okay? Usually this is 4 GB, so drag and drop it in here. And then all you have to do is just click OK. It might take a while here. Let me pause this here for a minute. Okay, so it got copied successfully, so I'm going to close this. And if I do ls, the CD is there. So I'm going to run my good old command here. So I'm going to run it and hit enter. So it has mounted itself. So let's do here, if you do DFFNH and then you look at MNT, we have this set as a loop here. Alright, let's go in that folder, CD, and then if I do ls, we have all these folders in here. Okay, and then there is a folder named packages. There is a folder named packages, CD packages, and if I do ls here, you should see hundreds of packages in here. These are all the packages which are listed in here. So this is a part of operating system. Some of the options may not be installed here, okay? So let's see here. How many in there? How do you check the output, how many you're getting?
Word count.
Yeah, very good. Word count -L. And you see, well, there are 4069 packages are in there right now. So if you scroll all this, 4,000 packages are in there. Okay, so that's good here. So let's pick one package and we'll see how we install this. So you do dff-h and then you could go to cd/mlt/packages. And if you do ls, here you see all the RPM packages. Okay, so I'll show you one package how to install it here. Okay, so let's see if the mc command is there. Okay, so we don't have a netcat command here. Did I talk about mc command here before? I think I talked about mc command here, right?
No, we did not. I don't remember, brother.
I don't think so. No, we did not.
Are you sure?
Even if you didn't, I don't think anybody remembers it.
We're trying to check on the mc command. You use it to
Network ports?
yeah.
We use netstat, not netcat.
Right, we use netstat. I saw this command when I was Googling over there, but I don't think we did anything. NC command. We didn't do anything with NC command. I don't think so. I don't remember if we did anything.
We used it recently, I thought.
No, brother, I don't remember. If you did last week, then I'm not sure, but
Right there. Ping uses a protocol and mc-v and then server to listening. So that mc was not installed, so I think I sidelined it and installed it manually here. So mc command is if you want to check the port on the mc command, if you want to check the open port on not your server, any other server, the remote server, that's what it's called. Okay, yeah, whatever. I mean, it's hard to remember those things here. So, okay, so I'm going to show you how to install the mc command here. So, in fact, which mc is not installed on the system here, right? So, let's see if the mc is available to begin with. So, what we're going to do is we're going to run this and then grep for mc is going to, wow, it's going to get, it's going to get a bunch of them. Okay. Hmm. We may not be able to. Okay, hold on. I'm going to do yum provide and see. So I'm going to find out the package name first. Oh, man. Okay, netcat. The full thing is called, the package name is called netcat. Okay, yeah. So we're going to install this package here. So let's see here. This is officially how you install this. So, so the command to install is, okay. So the command to install is RPM. Okay, yeah. Alright. Are you guys getting the concept that the Linux is a file-based now? Okay, you will get it. So now the command to install RPM is RPM. Okay. And then you have to do I is -I is to install. VH. We'll come back to it. And then the package name. And then do the tag. It's going to automatically take it as a .rpm. And remember, you have to be in this folder to do this. If you are into running this from a different folder, it's not going to work. How are you going to make it work in a different folder? You have to give the path name, absolute path. Failed dependencies. Okay. Okay, let me try to install Firefox here, okay? Let's do this. Oh, I have to do that. Oh, shoot. Yeah, no wonder. No such file, IPM, failed dependencies. I should at least show you one command. Maybe RPM is not working as good in 7. Okay, so let me do HTTPD. And these are all dependent on each other. So this is not installed. RPM, it's an IVH, okay, failed dependencies is needed by. Let's do UVH. Okay. So the main thing is these RPMs are not used as much. The YUM is used, but I really wanted to show you how you actually install using RPM. You want. Access packaging guide. I'm trying to find one non-dependent package where I could just send you the, Firefox, okay, I'm gonna download this here. So it should go into my download folder. Okay, so let me copy this here. it was waste copying that. So I have this package here, Firefox here, right? And then let me confirm Firefox is not installed. So it is not installed here. So I'm going to run the command rpm-ivh and then this Firefox and see if it's going to install. Oh, damn it. Okay, so it's failing the dependencies.
Yes, we can hear. But this is voice brother Zafar, right? Brother Zafar, we cannot hear the brother Zafar.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, nothing was on mute, so. Oh, there was for Fedora, right? But it should work. Mozilla. Okay, let's do this here. 6.8.
Do you have a mouse? It is not for the update, brother, that you might already have it and then you need to update.
Yeah, that's true.
If you want to see, brother, yourself, we can do it next week.
Well, 2 more minutes here.
No, I'm not here, but I'm just saying that if there's something that you need to do on a side.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so the command is, let's try it again. rpm ivh and here. No, it's not working. This is exactly what the problem you get into. And what you do is you simply install using yum here. So what you do is, you don't even need to do anything here. So yum provides Firefox. So you're going online here. So, okay, so it has so many dependencies, no wonder I won't install. So what you're gonna do is, yum install Firefox, and then you hit enter here. So what yum does is, it's doing a lot of, oh, look at this, it has 83 dependent packages on it. So I'm going to cancel out of here instead of saying I'm going to do this yum install Firefox -y. It's going to put it Y for all those packages.
So while he just takes care of all the dependencies, install everything, right?
Exactly. That's what yum is for.
So we will learn the RPM installation next week, or we are holding on it?
I'll find one RPM package which is not dependent on anything, and then I'll show you.
Because that's one thing, but the thing is, if you go to the actual job and there is something that you need to install and that they have a dependencies also.
99% of the time you will use yum.
The yum has something like it install everything from scratch.
Yeah, and it also looks for any dependencies and it will get it for you. All these are RPMs. All these are like small RPMs. It's installing it for you.
I got that point, brother, I think I asked the question earlier also that why we are moving all the ISO thing, and the whole purpose was that they don't let you do the yum, you have to do RPM.
Yeah, I explained to you. The reason I copied the whole package is I was trying to install one NC package because I know NC package doesn't have any dependencies, but it's not working. Something might have changed, recently.
Got it.
Okay, so the Firefox is installed. So it will tell you the Firefox is installed here. But I was going to show you one package to install and remove using RPM. But we'll catch up next week, and then I'll show you both of those. In the meantime, I'll find a package that is not dependent. Okay. All right, everybody. I'll end here, then we'll catch up next week.
Assalamu alaikum.
Well,
Okay.